In this session, we are going to learn about what is CSS. CSS means Cascading Style Sheet. It is used in HTML. It is mainly used for storing the styles of a web page. In a web page, we are having different styles. For example, if in a paragraph should have a color like green and a font style, a font size, those things will be stored in a separate CSS file. These CSS will be used anywhere in the web page. Now we can discuss what is CSS. CSS means Cascading Style Sheet. CSS describes how HTML elements are to be displayed on screen. Each element have a separate properties. Each property value we should mention, and it will be stored in a separate file, that is CSS file, and we are having a different types of CSS, that is inline, external, and within embedded itself. We can see one by one later. CSS saves a lot of work. It can control the layout of multiple web pages all at once. For example, a web page can have more than 20 or 50 pages. All 50 pages styles will be stored in a single CSS file. Those CSS files are managing the styles of whole web page. Here we can see CSS rules. CSS rules are the styles that we have to create in order to create style sheets. These rules will used to define appearance of associated HTML elements. The general form of CSS syntax is given here: a selector, open flower bracket, then property, colon, and value for that property, then semicolon, closing flower bracket. This is the basic HTML rule. Here, selector and property value will be given. We can see a key points. Selector is HTML element to which CSS rule is applied. Property specifies the attribute that you want to change corresponding to the selector. Here this is the a rule, that is selector means it is a name for that style, and property a particular style which we are going to apply, and value, for example, font type equal to Arial or Times New Roman, font size equal to 25, 35, like that we are going to mention here. This is the a common syntax, that is first start with a selector name, then open flower bracket, then property value, colon, then semicolon, closing flower brackets. We will see a simple example. Following are the example of CSS rules. Here we are giving P, that is a paragraph tag, open flower bracket, color, colon, red, semicolon, closing flower bracket. What here we are seeing that wherever we use paragraph tag in our web page, that paragraph color will be displayed as a red. Then H1 tag, again H1 tag, color green, font style equal to italic. Then body tag, in body tag again we are having a color equal to cyan, font family Arial, font style equal to 16 points. So In a body section, all the fonts will be given as a cyan color. Then font family is Arial. Font style is 16 point. We can see the different styles, how we can embed CSS into HTML. First one is inline style sheet, then embedded style sheet. In other name we can call it as a internal style sheet. Third one is a external style sheet. One by one we can see. First one, inline style sheet. Inline style sheets are included with the HTML elements, that is they are placed in line with the elements. For example, within a tag itself we are mentioning the style of that particular tag. So here it is called as a inline style sheet. For example, here we can see that a paragraph tag p style equal to color blue, text align left, font size 15 points. Here within a tag itself we are mentioning the style. So it is called a inline style sheet. That is, within that paragraph tag we having a text that to add inline CSS we have to declare style attribute which can contain any CSS property. It is the message given in that paragraph tag that will appear as a blue color, and alignment should be in a left, then font size equal to 15 pixel. Then we can see what is embedded style sheet. Embedded, in other name we can call it as a internal style sheet. Embedded style sheets are used to apply same appearance to all occurrences of specific elements. These are defined in yet element by using the style elements. That is, in a page we can have several styles. All styles can be grouped together and it will be stored in a particular tag, that is a tag. Within a tag we are going to store all the styles. So it is called a internal style sheet. Here we can see a small example. Within a tag we are having a styles. Style type equal to text slash CSS. Then we are storing two styles here. One is paragraph, other one is h1 tag. A paragraph tag, within that color colon green, that is a font color will be as a green one, semicolon. Again text align is left, semicolon. Then font size 10 points. Then closing fair bracket. It is one style. Wherever the paragraph appearing in that page, it will be as a same styles, that is color as a green and alignment in a left, then font size as a 10 points. Then again h1 tag. In the h1 tag we can have a color as a red, font weight equal to bold, it will be appearing as a bold one. So all the styles are stored in a tag. It is called internal or embedded style sheet. Third one is external style sheet. In the external style sheet, we are going to store all the styles whichever we used in our web pages will be stored in a separate file. That is a file name .css. It is the storing process. The extension should be .css. That file name should be linked with a particular web page. We can see an example here. External style sheet are the separate CSS file that contain the CSS rules. These files can be linked to any HTML document using link tag with REL attributes, that is relational attributes. Here we can see within a get tag we are going to link that style sheet. Link relation equal to within double quote style sheet then type text CSS, then a reference href, that is URL where that CSS file is stored. A particular path will be displayed here. Here we are having the external.css, that is the file name. Within that file we are having a two styles, paragraph and h1 styles. Here we can see that styles will be embedded into the head tag. Here we can see that HTML head title here external style sheets demo. Then within that we can see that link rel equal to style sheet, type equal to text css, href, that is the path where the style is appearing. That is within double quotes we are giving external.css. If that particular css file is stored within that folder itself, means we can give a file name itself. If it is stored somewhere, we have to mention the full path. Then the styles whatever we stored in that file will be used in that page. Here we are having the h1 tag and paragraph tile. In h1 tag external style sheet are there. So in h1 tag already we mentioned that color should be orange, font weight equal to bold. So in that page the h1 tag appearance will be orange color and bold in style. And again paragraph tag. In paragraph tag we can say here that a color should be in a orange one, then alignment should be left and font size 10 pixel. So we are using here paragraph tag, that is within a paragraph we are having a text that external style sheet or a separate css file that contain the css rules. This text will be in this style, that is a color should be a orange and alignment in a left, font size equal to 10 pixel. So we can use any number of paragraph tags in that page. Wherever you use that paragraph tag, a style should be what we are mentioning here, that will be appear there. Thank you.